This is Fred Wall, the VisaCoach, and today's topic is when must you file your most recent federal tax return to prove your financial eligibility for a spouse or fiance visa or green card.
VisaCoach, fast, easy, and personal.
I am Fred Wall, the VisaCoach, and I am known for the personal one-on-one relationship that we share. That's you, me, and your partner as we work together as a team to overcome the many challenges of immigration. Don't risk your happiness. Don't go this course alone. Alone, it's far too easy for you to make mistakes that cause tears, delays, and expensive denials. Do pick up the phone and speak with me directly so that you and I can get to know each other. And this is the free consultation that I talk about later. Now, if we are compatible, well, that's the beginning of our beautiful relationship to get you the immigration approvals that you need. Now, this is what two of my clients, Fräulein and Arindira, had to say. Arindira comes from Mexico, and I helped her get her fiancé visa and green card. Our experience in the adjustment of status process went great. Mr. Wall was able to help us clear everything up and take care of all the paperwork needs quickly. We processed everything from the beginning, including the fiancé visa, which was also quick, and the process went smoothly with the help of Mr. Wall. We are now happily together after all this time and glad we received the assistance from the VisaCoach. We are extremely grateful for having him as a guide in our journey to finally be together with no barriers. Well, you're sure welcome. You're a nice couple. Okay. Now, let's talk about the timing for filing your most recent federal tax return to prove your financial eligibility for that spouse, fiancé visa, or green card. Now, applying for a fiancé visa, spouse visa, adjustment of status to permanent residency, U.S. immigration requires that you, the sponsor, demonstrate your financial eligibility. Now, for most sponsors, the financial proofs required are proof of employment, year-to-date earning statements, such as pay stubs, and your most recent federal tax return. Now, U.S. citizens and residents are required to file federal income tax returns each year. Now, this filing reflects the income that the person had in the entire regular calendar year starting from January 1st through to December 31. Now, regardless of when your return was actually sent in to the IRS, its contents are only current up to December 31. For example, a tax return filed for the 2016 tax year would be 4 months out of date when you file it in April 2017, or 6 months out of date in June, 9 months out of date in September, and 12 months out of date by December. By the next January 2018, it's 13 months out of date, and so on. When immigration reviews a sponsor's financial evidences, recent data is obviously more relevant and is preferred over old data. Come March, immigration greatly prefers to see one's most immediate year's tax return, that's only 3 months old, instead of a 15-month-old tax return from the earlier year. But my accountant says I should wait until October to file my taxes. Well, that's where the problem lies. While U.S. immigration requires recent data, well, IRS is more lenient. The stated IRS deadline for one's tax return is April 15, but every H&R Block tax preparer knows it's easy enough to defer the filing for 6 more months till October. And they advise their clients to hold off. Well, immigration's requirements in this case trump IRS. What is acceptable to IRS is not acceptable to immigration, and that's what's more important to you. So typically, the overseas consulates will accept a 14 or 15-month-old tax return, but not older. But USCIS and National Visa Center, well, they're not so generous, and usually a 14-month-old return is the oldest that they may accept. Now, if a sponsor's income comes primarily from earned income and his W-2 from last year is available, hey, but he hasn't filed his tax returns yet, can you use that instead? Well, logic says his W-2 would work. However, it's a matter of what's in the eyes of the beholder. Some consular or immigration officials are more flexible than others. But in my experience, submitting 3 to 4 month old W-2s and a much older tax return, this is normally rejected 2 out of 3 times. So should you file your tax return as early as possible in the new year? Yes, definitely you should. And if you want your fiancé or spouse to get their visas or green cards without delay, just do it. Take your accountant's advice next year and file at the last minute as you please. But for this year, while your fiancé or spouse's immigration cases are pending, file as early as you can. This was Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Now please like or add your comments to this video. Then go to VisaCoach.com and sign up for the VisaCoach monthly newsletter. And each month it's full of tips and advice on immigration and free of charge. Finally, when you are ready to get started, call for your free consultation and speak with me directly.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, speak with the Visa Coach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.